Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us today for a continuation of our summer webinar series here at the college. My name is Samuel Schallenberger. I'm the Assistant Director of Orientation for the college, and I will serve as your moderator today. Today, we are hearing about all things safety and security at UChicago. And if you do have any questions throughout the presentation, please feel free to utilize the Q&A function towards the bottom of your screen. And we will dedicate the first half hour or so to a presentation from our campus partners, and then we'll be able to get all of your questions answered by utilizing that function towards the bottom of your screen. Please keep your questions related to safety and security related inquiries possible. Today's webinar, just like with all of our summer webinar series, is being recorded. And so we will be able to post it to our summer webinar series page of our website very shortly after, where you can find recordings of all of our past webinars and register for our upcoming events. Without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and pass it over to Patrick Roth. Thanks, everyone.
Hi. Thanks so much. My name is Patrick Roth. I'm the Manager of Safety Communications, and I'm joined here by Officer Gilberti with the University of Chicago Police Department. And we wanted to share our presentation with you guys. So let me just hit the share screen here. And we can get going. So we are the Department of Safety and Security, and Officer Gilberti, if you want to kind of take it away about what we want to highlight for you guys.
Sure. So I'm going to go over the presentation outline displayed right there. We're going to go to introduction to the Department of Safety and Security, ways you can stay informed, resources for your safety, UChicago Safe app we're going to go over, which is a good app, transportation, campus safety ambassadors, police, partnerships, UChicago, what can you do? Take steps to stay safe, engage with us, and community relations in UChicago Safe, and how to contact us.
So the Department of Safety and Security is comprised of several divisions designed to create a holistic approach to safety on campus. The ones that are most visible to you guys would be campus safety, which is security systems, safety ambassadors, the University of Chicago Police Department. We're also responsible for transportation and parking. A couple of other divisions that we have are emergency planning and environmental health and safety. So I'm going to go over some of the ways that you guys can stay informed. We offer a lot of ways that you can do that about the resources that we have on campus for safety and also stay informed of current events. One of the best ways is, if you're on social media, is following UChicago Safe. We are on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. It's where we bring you all the latest information that's related to safety. This can be something like road closures, if there's going to be parking restrictions, to transportation options. It is also obviously one of the channels that we would use in the event of an emergency. And that emergency can range from something like a tornado warning, severe thunderstorm warning, to something more serious, like if there's a sort of safety issue regarding an intruder. And here's some QR codes where you can follow us. I'm the one responsible for running these accounts. So if you guys ever have a question about some of the safety resources, you can reach out to us there. We are typically pretty responsive. If you reach out at 3 in the morning, I might not get back to you until around 7, but I will try to get back to you in 24 hours. We have a bunch of different notification options. Let's start with the biggest one, which is a C alert. And these are emergency notifications that require immediate action, meaning that there is some sort of active threat going on. And it can be a weather alert, like a tornado warning. If there's a huge blizzard that's going to result in school being closed, we would send a C alert to that. It could also be an active threat, something like a school shooter or something like that, which we don't like to think about, but it is the way that we notify you guys. Students will automatically be registered to receive C alerts on whatever device you use to get your two-way notification, two-way authentication rather. And you can verify that your information is correct. So if you have multiple cell phones and you want to make sure that you're getting it on the right one, you can visit calert.uchicago.edu. All C alerts will also be posted on UChicago Safe on social media and on the UChicago channel. Anybody can sign up to receive a C alert, not just students. So if there's any parents who are watching this who want to get that information, or if you're in the UChicago community, you can register to receive a C alert at calert.uchicago.edu. Another type of alert we have is security alert. These are messages about significant crimes that occur on or immediately adjacent to campus that are deemed to be a continued threat. There's no immediate action required for it because it's the sort of thing we're thinking about it. The threat has passed. We want you to know about it, and we're keeping you informed. All university members, so anybody with a uchicago.edu email address, will automatically get a security alert. We also post them on the DSS website and on UChicago Safe social media channels. We have an archive on the DSS website that goes back to 2019. However, anyone can sign up to receive a security alert if you want. So if you have like a Gmail account and you'd rather get them there, you can go on the DSS website under more information with the QR code there and sign up to receive the alerts there. We also send out crime notices. This is an additional opt-in way to receive timely emails. These are only about 3 types of crimes. They're about homicides, confirmed shootings of persons, and patterns of robberies. And that is a technical term which is defined as 3 or more incidents of a specific crime with characteristics that suggest they may be related. Now, right now, these are opt-in, meaning that you have to sign up to receive the emails about these crimes. You can do that by using the QR code down there and sign up to receive them to whatever email address you would like. Like security alerts, we will post them to the Chicago Safe social media channels. We also have an archive on the DSS website, so if you want to see the ones that we've sent out in the past, you can go and visit that, sign up there. But starting on September 1st, we are going to be sending out these notifications through the UChicago Safe app. That'll kind of save you guys a step, because if you download the UChicago Safe app and you enable push notifications, you will get the alert automatically. You won't have to go digging through emails or on social media to find it. It'll automatically come to you. And that'll also apply not just to students, but to anybody who's interested in receiving these. Another way that you can opt in to receive these, you can opt in to stay informed, is the UCPD Daily Crime Bulletin. And that covers crimes that are not covered in the security alert. So it's homicides, robberies, criminal sexual assault, aggravated batteries, and residential burglaries that are classified as home invasions. These are opt-in, so you have to sign up to receive them. You can do that by using the QR code at the bottom. It'll go to your email address. They're sent out Monday through Friday, with the exception of holidays. So like the next big holiday is Labor Day. We wouldn't be sending it out then. We would just be sending out a recap the following Tuesday. If you want, you can find an archive of every daily crime bulletin that we've sent out since 2020 by visiting the DSS website. And as if all that isn't enough, we also have a UCPD daily crime and fire log, which is updated every Monday through Friday, except for holidays, and it posts daily crime and fire incidents reported over the previous 24 hours. We do add in weekend incident reports the following Monday. And if you want to go back all the way through 2011, you can go back and find them there, and you can access them with the QR code at the top. So here you can see on some of the incidents that we responded to on May 12th, 2024. Finally, we have our annual safety and safety report, which can be found on our website, securityreport.uchicago.edu. And this includes information related to all policies and procedures, resources and services, crime statistics, and other tips that you might have. For resources, I'm going to turn this over to Officer Gilberti, who can talk a little bit about some of the resources that we have available to you guys as well.
Sure. So this is the UChicago Safe app that Patrick mentioned earlier. And I highly advise, if you're not going to get notifications on your emails and you're going to be on or in and around campus, I would highly advise that you have this app. It's a free app. You can download it on Android or on iPhone, because you will be able to get those C alerts and the security alerts, especially the C alerts. So if you're not going to put your notifications on for your emails, I highly advise that you put a notification on here if you're on or in around campus, just to get those C alerts especially. So it's a quick and easy way to access safety information at the tap of an icon. The app is easy to download, as I mentioned. The push notifications in the event of an emergency on campus, and timely crime warnings, information on safe transportation options. These are the icons that are on this app. Direct calling capabilities for UCPD and CPD with a tap of the icon. A friend walk, mobile blue light sends your location and calls UCPD simultaneously. Links to safety resources and instructions on what to do in case of an emergency. So this is a very good app. I have this downloaded as well. It will get you directly to UCPD. I will go over our direct number a little later in the presentation. But there are the two
QR codes.
codes that you can download those apps. So Please feel free to download that app. It's a really good app. It gives you also the maps in real time, the UChicago shuttle bus time schedules in real time. Also, like I mentioned earlier, there's an e-phone. Just push that, it'll get you directly to UCPD. And if you have an emergency, it'll give us your GPS location, and one of the officers will be dispatched to you if you need our assistance.
As Officer Gilberti mentioned, we do have a lot of transportation options as well. So we have UGO shuttles, which are free. They run 24 hours a day. Anybody with a UChicago ID can board these for free. It's a great way to get around campus. We also have one that connects to our campus downtown and some of the UChicago med centers, and also it doesn't go directly to, but it stops by several train stations. So if you're commuting or if you're a graduate student and you're trying to get home, it's a great way to be able to access some of the resources through the CTA. There are deals for CTA buses that you can find if you can get a U-Pass, which will allow you to ride CTA buses and trains for free. You can, in addition to the UChicago Safe app, you can also download Passio Go. This will have real-time information about where the UGO shuttles are and how you can access them, and it'll show you the maps of where you can go with which route you can take and how long you might have to be waiting until for a UGO shuttle.
And the shuttle buses, all you need is your ID. That's all you need
Correct.
to present is the shuttle buses, UChicago shuttle buses.
Correct. Starting on September 1st, we will also be starting a new rideshare partner, Via. You will have unlimited free rides in shared vans within the service area from 5 p.m. to 4 a.m., 7 nights a week. We'll be sending out an email in a couple of weeks with more information about that as that program gets underway. We also put together a transportation video on YouTube that you can visit to see all the resources that we have available. You can also find that YouTube video on our transportation page on the DSS website. Officer Gilberti, if you want to talk more about.
Yes, these are campus safety ambassadors on and around campus. I will tell you what our jurisdiction is. I'll explain that shortly, but they are on and around our campus and in our extended patrol area. They're assigned to exterior locations throughout the campus area. They provide directions and information about campus, high visibility uniforms, as you see there, that identify them as members of the campus safety team. They're trained campus security authorities, and they supplement UCPD through foot patrol and safety escorts, and they help serve as deterrents to crime on and around campus. If you need to get in touch with us, they have radios, so they can get in touch with UCPD or dispatchers, and they will be able to dispatch an officer to you if you need us for any assistance. And this is about our police department. We are located at 850 East 61st Street, and of course, Chicago, Illinois. And what we do, we're full-time, fully sworn professional police agency. We have services rooted in community prevention. We're dual accreditation by the Commission on Accreditation for Law Enforcement Agencies and International Association of Campus Law Enforcement Administrators. We're trained and certified by the state of Illinois. We're investigative and response jurisdiction over the campus. And our services include the following: patrol investigations, community relations, and police athletic league. Also, our school resource officers, our strategic operations center, major event planning and dignitary protection, and also provide victim and witness services. And this is our patrol area. As I mentioned, is an extended patrol area. We work with Chicago Police to provide preventive presence. We promote a faster police response for emergencies in Hyde Park, Kenwood, and Woodlawn neighborhoods to reduce emergency personnel response times. Our campus safety and community policing services are available. We provide escorts and residential security assessments. Our escorts are very important. What it is it's a safety escort in our jurisdiction area. They're provided North 37th Street, South 64th, East Lake, Michigan, and west to Cottage Grove. Anywhere in that patrol area, an extended patrol area, UCPD, you can call us. And if you don't feel safe walking to your destination, you can call our dispatchers and tell them your current location, and then let them know what your destination is in our patrol area, and our officer will follow you. No questions asked. We're a 24/7 service. So even if it's 3 in the morning and you don't feel safe, you can ask for an officer to follow you. It could be as short as a block, a half a block. and a few blocks, so as long as you need us to follow you. So that's a pretty good service that we provide. And a response may not result in a UCPD-led investigation due to Chicago police having investigative jurisdiction in some areas. Those involved may be asked to work directly with CPD because we are incorporated in CPD second and third districts. So we do work closely with our partners. So they may be the responding investigation agency depending on where the incident occurred in our jurisdiction area. So I'm going to go over some of our partnerships. This mentions the Dean on Call program. The University of Chicago has a robust set of systems and practices that support and care for students and members of the university community. The university systems are collaborative and geared towards student success, campus and student life. College deans, equal opportunity programs, and student wellness are resources to help you succeed in daily life. If you feel you need additional support, there's a UChicago help. And we have our Dean on Call program, our student case management, bias education and support team. We do well-being checks, also behavior intervention team, and we have high-profile event assistance if needed. So the Dean on Call program, it's a university official that's responsible for providing referrals, information, and support to students during an emergency. The Dean on Call will monitor an incident to make sure that adequate support continues even and after the incident passes through case management. And a partnership with us, UCPD, and Campus and Student Life to help students after an incident. They're on call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The student resource after a traumatic incident or crime. They connect students with possible resources for housing and legal assistance. They connect students with academic resources if needed. Also help monitor and respond to protests, assist with well-being checks and mental health emergencies. And the sexual assault Dean on Call, we have those 24/7 as well. And this, as I mentioned earlier, this is UCPD's direct line. It's 773-702-8181. And you can request a Dean on Call at that number. If you call 911, it's going to get you to Chicago Police. It's not going to get you to University of Chicago Police. So like I mentioned, we have a direct line. It's at 773-702-8181. And you can also use the UChicago Safe Act to directly contact us. The mental health emergencies, if you are concerned for yourself or another who may be experiencing a mental health crisis, it is okay to call for help. You may save a life. Members of the University of Chicago Police Department are trained in crisis intervention to know how to interact, intervene, and safely de-escalate situations with anyone who may need a mental health evaluation. The crisis intervention team the training includes the following: understanding signs and symptoms of mental illness and co-occurring disorders, recognizing when those signs and symptoms represent a crisis. If you're someone you know needs emergency police assistance due to mental health, you can call us at our direct line, as I mentioned earlier, and clearly state the crisis is a mental health issue. So University of Chicago Police is aware what resources they may need. And a member of the Dean on Call program will also be contacted. So we usually work closely with our deans to if any of these incidents occur, we work closely with them. So we will accompany them most of the time, or they'll accompany us. There's the UChicago Safe app again. And there are the QR codes to download that app. As I mentioned, it's a free app. And these are emergency phones. You'll see them on and around on campus. They're an extended patrol area. So they're about 300. I believe there are more now. Many are equipped with cameras on top. Communication gives you communication with UCPD at a touch of a button. You'll see that red button there as displayed, and you can use it in emergency or to request a safety escort. So it's not only an emergency situation. If you feel unsafe, you want to call in a tip or you want to call for directions, you can also push that red button. It'll get you to our dispatchers, and an officer will be dispatched to that location if assistance is needed. That's our address, as I mentioned before. It's 850 East 61st Street. And there's our email if you need to reach us, cops@uchicago.edu. For the police and other emergencies, there's our direct number, 773-702-81. From a for a campus phone, it would be 28181. The emergency campus would be 123. 911 if you need to contact CPD, Chicago Police. The red button is what you would do on those emergency phones. And UChicago Safe app, that mobile blue light phone, or UCPD numbers from the app. So that will get you directly to us from that UChicago Safe app as well. So these are some safety tips. So be alert and aware. Keep distractions to a minimum. Don't be distracted by your phone or by listening to headphones. I know some of these new headphones can block out a lot of sound. Report suspicious or potentially criminal activities to UCPD. Trust your instincts if you feel uncomfortable. Leave or seek help. Plan your route using well-lit and busy streets and let someone know where you are going. Also, you can use our safety escort, as I mentioned earlier. Keep your belongings safe. Don't leave property unattended. We do have thefts. Keep valuables out of sight. Put away your phone, your jewelry, and expensive bags. Lock your bike to a bike rack using a U-lock on the frame and front tire. You can register your bike and your laptops with UCPD. They're not GPS tracking device stickers. They are just in case your valuable is lost or stolen and it's recovered. We'll be able to get that laptop or bike back to you. You're important than your valuables. If someone tries to rob you, prioritize your safety. Don't fight to keep items. When it is safe, please contact 911. UChicago resources went out and about. There's our number there. Report suspicious activity. Use the transportation portion of the UChicago Safe app to plan your route. Request a safety escort. If you're buying items from an internet marketplace, use the UCPD lobby as a safety zone to exchange items in person. For instance, if you want to sell something on Craigslist, and you don't feel safe to do it at your place of residence, you could come to our lobby area at our station. An officer will be called there to stand by. We will not participate in the transaction, but we will be there to make sure that the transaction is safe. Engage with the community relations unit. There is a community relations unit. That's which I am a part of. It's a specialty unit with UCPD. You could register your bicycle or laptop with us. Request a security presentation for your group. Also, we have the RAD self-defense class. I believe they're only offered to women as of now. I think they're looking into men and children in addition to just women. Take advantage of the free fingerprinting services that we provide. Also, if you need it for employment or for a license, we do provide that service for free. Any questions? We also I want to mention that some of the squads, our vehicles have jumper boxes attached to them. So if you need a jump, you can contact us. 24/7 service that we provide. There are also some officers are trained. If you lock your car, your keys in your vehicle, some officers are trained to get those keys out of your vehicle. Any other questions? Or any questions, I should say.
One question we have, is there a map of stationary blue lights that are around the campus? I think we do actually have that. Let me see if I can find that link for you.
And while Patrick's finding that, another question that we got was just about the recording of today's presentation. So I'll go ahead and throw that link in the chat where you'll be able to find this and all of our other webinar recordings. We'll get that posted shortly after today.
As far as the men doing the RAG classes, I don't think they have the training for those yet, but I will mention it to my supervisors if men are interested in taking those classes. I will provide her with that information. Also, I know they're working on children as well. I know she was trained for children as well for those RAG classes, but I will bring that up to my supervisor. So Patrick, you're working on the blue lights where they're posted?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm trying to find the link.
Yeah, I believe if you're registered with the emails, you're automatically, if you have a UChicago email, you're automatically registered for the C alerts.
And if you
So I
guys
think
haven't gotten that yet, yeah, you can also go to, I will
there's
add
a
the link,
website. Yeah, there's a
yeah, to the chat where you
right.
guys can sign up to receive them because you don't need a UChicago ID for that. So let's go to see.
So yeah, you just call, yeah, I believe you can request an escort through the Safe app as well. Yes, and that'll get you directly. There's a an icon that you could push that directly connects you to our dispatchers, and you can request a safety escort being deployed.
So I just sent in the I don't know if you guys can see it. If you go to safetysecurity.uchicago.edu/stayinformed/C alert system, there is a page there that'll take you where anybody can sign up to receive a C alert.
As I mentioned, our the police patrols, we're 24/7 service, so we have UCPDs on patrol all day, all night. So and as mentioned, we're in the second and third districts of CPD, so they're around, UCPD's around, our Cook County sheriffs are sometimes around. So there's multiple police resources in the area, but UCPD's on patrol 24/7. And we have that extended jurisdiction area, as I mentioned, UCPD's from 37 to 64, the Lake to Cottage Grove. So that's our patrol area.
If you guys aren't familiar with Chicago geography, it's a very big area. Yes.
As far as the CTA station are the safest for the students, I just believe any state, any bus station in any urban city, I think you just need to take regular precautions being on any bus stations or train stations. I would say that's just across the United States for that matter.
You know, in addition to some of the additional precautions and resources that are being deployed, we do have the University of Chicago Police Department has an extensive patrol area. We have increased patrols in some areas if there's been a spate of robberies. We have a lot of cameras as well around the area. Something that we also that is launching soon is the communication center, which will facilitate easier communication between the University of Chicago Police Department and the Chicago Police Department. And that'll be going up online in September, I believe. So that is something that will help kind of facilitate the communication between the two police departments and also hopefully have for a faster response in the event of something like, robberies or something happening.
In University of Chicago Police Department, we do look at our crime patterns, as Patrick mentioned earlier. So University of Chicago police officers are given missions, so target the hotspot areas. So there are a lot of officers on missions throughout the night and throughout the day, looking at those crime patterns and responding to them. The friend walk. So what the friend walk is, that's a great icon on the UChicago Safe app. So if you and another person have that app downloaded, if you both push that icon and you don't feel safe walking somewhere, you could say to your friend, hey, I don't feel safe walking. You both push that friend walk. Can you follow me? And you could just monitor that friend app while they're walking to their destination. And then when you're at that destination, you're like, okay, I made it safe. And you could both make sure you disable that friend walk so it doesn't continue to monitor your GPS. So that's what that's for. I think somebody's having issues with the C alert link.
Yeah, I'm going to see if I can get that link for them. I do want to answer the one question though about which areas you shouldn't go to. This is kind of was born and raised on the south side of Chicago, still live on the south side of Chicago. It's really up to you. Now, the south side of Chicago has a bad reputation, which drives me crazy. The only reason it should have a bad reputation is because the White Sox are god awful. But beyond that, it is all kind of a state of mind where this is a great city to go out and explore. You should the lights in my office are motion activated. So I guess I just started moving again. This is a great city to go out and explore, and it is ultimately up to you. Anything can happen anywhere at any time. I have a friend who lives in Kalispell, Montana, who just had their car stolen, and they are complaining about the rise of crime there. There are vastly more cows than there are people in Kalispell, Montana. So it's the sort of thing where anything can happen anywhere, and it is up to you to kind of use your discretion and judgment. But the South Side, having lived on the South Side my whole life, nothing has ever happened to me except heartbreak from the White Sox. So it's a beautiful city to go out and enjoy, to explore, and I would encourage you to do that.
Yeah, just take your safety precautions as mentioned earlier, and yeah, I haven't had an issue being in the South Side for many years. Just take your regular safety precautions, be observant of your surroundings. If you need us, we're here. If you don't feel safe, we'll do a safety escort. But it's, as Patrick mentioned, something can happen anywhere in suburban area where my sister lives in the suburbs. Things happen out there. So as Patrick mentioned, Chicago, the South Side is not necessarily as bad as anywhere else, because I think it's the same across the board. Just got to take your safety precautions, like travel with friends or group of other students, or travel in well-lit areas. If you need us, contact us. If you want an escort, there's a lot of public transportation that you could utilize on and around campus. And as we mentioned earlier, just make sure you secure your belongings.
There was a question about registering your phone and other devices. I sent the link to that. We do have a page where you can do that. We'll also be holding events as the quarter starts, and especially as people start moving in, where you can register certainly your laptop and sometimes your bike as well. As Officer Gilberti mentioned, it's not like there's a GPS tracking device that they'll put on, but it is a sort of registered ID number that is very difficult to remove. So if, God forbid, if you lose it or if it gets stolen, that device will help make it a little bit easier to find your devices if they're lost.
Safety escorts are free. There's no charge for safety escorts. No charge is also for if you need a jump, free service. We don't charge for any of that. Also, I believe the RAD program is free as well. So I think all services that we provide are free services. Even the fingerprinting, all are free services. Bike registrations, laptop registrations. You could also register your cell phones with us, our electronic device we do registrations for.
Patrick, I also threw in the text number for non-affiliated community members. So I do think that the CAlert website itself is behind a CNET ID, but for any parents, family members, guardians, anyone who wants to sign up for CAlerts via text, you can just text CAlert 226-787, and they will be delivered to your mobile device. Perfect. Well, I'll give everyone one more second if anybody has a last minute question, but looks like we've gotten to answer quite a few. We greatly appreciate it. Again, all of these websites are in the chat. If you want to look at any of our past webinars, if you want to sign up for CAlerts, if you want to register any of your devices.
Yes, our students and our staff, they use our safety escorts all the time. Yes. And I think we even provide that services for community members as well.
Regarding public transportation, if you are a student with the UPass, that will give you free access to the CTA and Metra. I don't think it will, but we do have a pass with Metra that you can get a what is it called? It used to be called a 10 ride. Now it's like a 5-day pass, which will let you take any Metra ride for an entire day for up to 5 days. You can register to receive that, and you'll be getting more information about that. Also, regarding transportation, we send out an email at the start of every quarter, kind of reminding people like, hey, here's the transportation resources that are available. And with the helpful reminder and links that you can use to get that. So that'll be something we'll be sending out later in September as well. And also, I do want to point out, if you guys are following UChicago Safe on social media, which you should, and not just because I run it, if you guys ever have a question about something there, or you're trying to find a link, you can message us anytime, and I'll get back to you as quickly as we can, frequently within a matter of minutes.
Yes, UCPD's response time is pretty fast. Actually, it's probably going to be faster for UCPD to respond more than CPD, because CPD is usually in a backlog. They're very busy department. But we do monitor their radios in our car vehicles. So if we do hear something that we think that it's in our area and we're going to respond, we're able to respond, we will respond. And we're probably going to be first before a CPD response. So yes, we have really quick response times. We have community members actually reaching out to UCPD first before CPD, because they like our response time. So I will have to admit to that, yes. I think that's it.
Perfect. Well, thank you everyone for attending today. Thank you to our panelists. Greatly appreciate it every single year. It's been extremely helpful for our current students who are watching. The safety and security module of your online orientation is live. So if you want to dive in even more and kind of check out those resources, please feel free to. But other than that, we look forward to seeing you at our future summer webinar series. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Guys.